The noticing awareness exercise for spiritual awakening, spiritual enlightenment, and for the term that I prefer to use, finding your own internal spiritual badass. This noticing exercise is very important. It's about finding this internal awareness, which is already okay, which is beyond all of the suffering and problems and unhappiness and the bullshit of life. It's this island in the midst of this storm. This aware, noticing, silent, watching, witnessing part that we have access to at all times, except that we're ignorant of it and it goes unnoticed. It's undervalued. Well, let's do an exercise that gets you in touch with it so that you can build this muscle up so that it's there all the time, and then it can act as an island and give you the benefits that you're looking for. A little more sanity, a little more happiness, a little more ease and joy in your life, right? So let's begin with 3 deep breaths. We'll inhale 1, inhale 2, inhale 3. Most of us are caught in our experiences up close like this, and we're just in them. And we're experiencing, we're hearing, we're watching, just like you are this video right now. But what happens if you begin then to, instead of merely hearing or watching, that you begin to notice that there's a part of you, a clear, aware part of you that is noticing this act of watching and hearing, a clear, aware, watching, witnessing part that's noticing that I'm pulling back from the video. A deeper, clear, open, conscious, empty part that is you, that is doing the noticing, that is doing the watching, that is absorbing it, taking it all in. That is to notice then the noticer amidst any experience. Any experience that might include sound, touch, taste, sight, feeling, emotions, thought. It all can be noticed. It all can be witnessed, all watched by the one awareness. And you've already got it. It's just gone unnoticed up to this point. So again, that was the exercise, is simply to remember throughout the day, throughout your life, instead of being caught up close and in it, and being pushed around by it and bullied by it and made to feel separate by it and unhappy by it, you pull back, you get a little more space, you pull back and you're watching, you're witnessing the whole thing. You're watching and being aware that you're having an argument with your husband. You're watching and being aware that you don't necessarily like your job. You're watching, you're witnessing, you're being aware that things can be difficult sometimes. And it's from this point of view, you see, instead of being caught in it, now you're on an island. Now you're in a space that's got some calmness to it, some collectiveness to it, that's got some reasonable equanimity to it. Now you're on this island of awareness, even in the midst of the hurt or the pain or the problems with your boss or your spouse or children or friends, life in general. Now at least you're watching and witnessing it from that island of awareness, which is always okay and always fine. This is the noticing exercise. If you can, instead of being caught in it, remember to notice the act of hearing. And that puts you in the place of awareness. Notice the act of seeing. It puts you in that witness awareness space. The act of... It's about seeing the bigger picture. It's not just about talking with your neighbor. It's about being present and aware and noticing that you're talking to your neighbor. And being aware, deeply aware that you're talking to your neighbor. Being deeply aware that you're driving the car, that you're engaged with a customer, that you're that you're doing really anything, thinking, emoting, playing tennis, at work in front of a computer. To be aware during all of these things just makes life a lot better, a lot easier, a lot saner, happier. That's the exercise. I hope that this has helped you, and stick around, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you in the next video. Adios.